And it's because some of the models that we've employed previously did not recognize the value and the contribution of the communities. This is where we come in to say that parks and reserves are really, really important. They are the foundation upon which we build our conservation success. They are areas that are protected in law and in practice to provide space for and habitat for our mammals as they migrate, our lions, our elephants, and also to build on our industry. But historically, we have also known that alone, these protected areas, which now cover 8% of our country, are not going to be sufficient. And so, how do we bring the communities who sometimes feel left out, sometimes feel disadvantaged because of the cost of living and coexisting with wildlife? How do we bring them onto the board? This is what our Constitution 2030 recognized, that we have to evolve to include everyone, especially those that live with a resource. And the Wildlife Act then came in to cement that, to say that communities, private landowners, anybody, including those of us who are in this room, if you live in an area with trees, with a wetland, with a river, you need to take action. It's not just the work of the Kenya Wildlife Service, it is the work of all of us as Kenyans. So this is what we bring in. We empower these communities with the information, with the tools. We work with the government to build a right enabling environment. We bring in the private sector to invest, and we actually take on a new conservation approach, which we call community-led. And what that means is that the communities themselves have to have a sense of ownership. I believe that these natural resources are not the property of one particular outsider or the government. This is their property, their asset. And by bringing that belief, we work with them to create local institutions that they actually run and manage, so that conservation is not something that is designed and practiced in the urban areas and then dictated upon those that live in the reserves and near the reserves, but actually something that is part of a lived experience and culture of these communities. And so we work with them, we go down to the ground, we hold meetings with them, and we help them create this institution and also partner with the private sector. Today we have, collectively with the organizations like Masai Mara and others that are not in this room and those that may be joining live, we've created small and large protected areas that cover about 15% of our country, 240 of them, where communities are actually on a day-to-day basis looking after their habitat, the habitat that is used with wildlife, and they actually are preventing illegal activities in their own home areas. KWS told us many years ago that we have to have parks beyond parks. That has now come as a reality, that we do have a network of many community areas, privately run areas that are conserving wildlife. And in fact, about 99 of them have tourism activity. So as you plan and you tick your bucket list in visiting the national parks, extend your visit to community areas around the national parks, and you'll have another experience that may be a little bit different, but that will also complement your experience of your travel.
Wow, thank you so much, Dickson, for that. And I just wanted